Hello once again, everyone. I'm your host, Ray Shasho. Welcome to another edition of Interviewing the Legends, brought to you by the Rockstar Chronicles, one of my new book featuring over 45 intimate conversations with the greatest music legends the world will ever know. It's available now at bookbaby.com and amazon.com. Pat Travers is one of the most indomitable guitar slingers of his generation, an unstoppable force of bold tone, electrifying musicianship, and dynamic performance. No wonder he's been able to persevere through numerous decades of musical fads and trends, staying true to his art form and calling. And now Pat Travers and his band steps forward once again with a new single, Push Yourself. Built around Travers' trademark Fender Strat, Push Yourself crackles with intensity and bravado. The guitar playing is matched in grittiness and power by Travers' own vocals, which ring out like a wake-up call to anyone thinking that this veteran blues rocker will be resting on his laurels. In addition to the single being available on all digital platforms, it will also be pressed on limited edition red 7-inch vinyl backed with another new cut, Full Spectrum. And I love this track, both of which are set to appear on Travers' new studio album coming later this year. Also, Pat Travers' band has scheduled several concerts this spring and summer, including select dates with Cactus. Please welcome monster guitarist, singer-songwriter Pat Travers to Interviewing the Legends. Hello, Pat.
Hey, Ray. It's great to be on your show. Thanks.
I got a little message for you. Facebook friend, Billy Stokes, says hello.
Yeah, good old Billy. Yeah.
He says you guessed it on in his album for 2 songs.
Right.
And he got the Producer's Choice Award, and he says it's because of you.
Oh, he's a great guy. Yeah.
Talk about your latest singles, Push Yourself and Full Spectrum, which I love, man, and I want to talk about both tracks, but go ahead and let us know what's happening.
Well, both songs have horns on them.
Right.
But they're the only 2 songs on the new album that have horns on them. And, we wanted to release a single, but there's a kind of a delay time trying to get the vinyl now of about 6 to 8 months. So they needed 2 tracks for the single, and Push Yourself and Full Spectrum were the 2 that I most had finished at that time. So they ended up being the 2 songs, but I love both of them, and the horns sound awesome.
When is the album going to be finished? Any idea when we can see a release date?
Well, yeah, we're finished.
You are?
We finished it a while ago, but they want to wait until the vinyl's available, and that won't be till June or maybe July. So
okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
If you want to hear some new songs, you'll have to come and see us live.
Okay, and you guys play Florida a lot, which is great, and you got a little tour going on, which I'm going to mention. Push Yourself, man. I love the horns that you guys incorporated. It's incredible. Push Yourself reminds me a little bit of the Fabulous Thunderbirds and Kim Wilson, a little bit. Yeah.
Okay, I can see that.
Can you see that?
Yeah, interesting. Sure.
Yeah. Love the track. And I'll be honest with you, Full Spectrum blew me away.
Yeah, that's really cool. But everybody plays great on that. And that's Charlie Duchamp
right.
from Hall & Oates playing saxophone.
Ah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I was wondering who were playing all the brass instruments. It's got a funky beat, great saxophone. It's an instrumental song for anybody that hadn't heard it yet. It's a very cool song, and man, it reminds me a little bit of the great guys like Billy Cobham and Tommy Bolin.
Right.
Yeah,
in a way. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, it's
incredible.
incredible.
It's got some jazzy chords in it and sequences, but yet it's kind of funky, and then it's got everything. That's why I called it Full Spectrum.
I am so glad that you're an eclectic musician. Because there's a lot of rockers that stick to their guns and especially guitar players. But you go out there and you can play just about anything, which is cool.
Yeah. Well, I like a lot of different kinds of music, and I do make a conscious effort to try to make sure that each new song is slightly different than anything else I've done.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
You succeeded. Did you know Tommy Bolin by any chance?
I'm sorry.
Did you know Tommy Bolin by any chance?
I never got to meet Tommy, but when I was in London, his first two albums were two of my favorite albums.
Right.
And a guy named Dennis McKay produced and engineered them. And when I had to do a new album, and my manager asked me who I'd like to use, and I said, this guy, Dennis McKay.
Right.
And I didn't know, but he was English, and he was in London at the same time I was. So Dennis came in and worked on the Putting It Straight album, and he was just awesome. And we used him again on Crash and Burn and a couple others too. So yeah, Dennis was great. But Tommy played with Deep Purple for a little while, and Glenn Hughes, who was in Purple with him, is a good friend of mine, and him and Tommy were close friends. So he's told me a lot about him, but no, I didn't get to meet him.
Yeah, I was introduced to his circle, and including his brother, and I've had them all on the
Johnny,
show.
yeah.
Yeah, they're all nice guys, really good guys. Yeah. Here's an album that totally blew me away and took me by surprise. Swing.
Oh yeah, thanks. Yeah.
I gave that five. I gave that 5 stars.
Working with the horns.
Oh my God! What a great album! I love it, man.
Thank you. Yeah, it's fun.
It
sounds great.
Yeah, I mean, you got all the classics on there. Sing, Sing, Sing.
Yeah.
Opus 1, which
I love Opus 1. That's one of my favorites. Yeah.
Now the musicians on each track, did you have the same musicians or did you mix it up? How did that work out?
Yeah, I did 4 tracks with the full horns and an actual Woody Herman's actual touring drummer.
Really?
And upright bass and piano. And then I did 4 songs with my trio, so I kind of split it up a bit there. Yeah.
Those guys are very talented.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How'd you come up with the swing sound? I mean, were you really into swing as a kid or something, or your dad or something?
No. I think my wife had the 40s channel on XM in the house, and I was kind of listening to that music, and I thought, gee, this might be kind of fun to try to do an album. And coincidentally, I got a call from Cleopatra saying, hey, you want to do a record for us? And I said, yeah, okay, I want to do this swing music. And they said, all right. And so I went ahead and did it. It was a bit of a task, but it was fun, and a lot of it ended up sounding amazing.
Did you play any other instruments besides guitar on it?
Me? Oh, I sort of play keyboard.
Oh, okay.
And sort of play drums.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming you were the band leader.
Yeah.
And your voice is on, like, is you or is You Ain't My Baby? That's you, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because your voice fit into that groove perfectly, that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It was, yeah, well, good. Mission accomplished.
Mission accomplished. Yeah, your voice was great, man. It sounded like that old 1940s sound, and I was surprised the guitar meshed very well with like a big band sound. I never heard that before.
I noticed that the tenor sax lines were all pretty much in the same register as what a guitar is, so I just mostly covered those lines, and it all worked great. Yeah.
Some of these other tracks on there, In the Mood, Take the A Train. Oh my God, great production there.
That's a good one.
Yeah, and of course, Let the Good Times Roll. That was another great voice on that track. Great guitar, and you really shined on that track.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Apple Honey is another track, an instrumental, Tenderly.
Oh yeah, that's really good. That was kind of a tough tune to
sounded like it
to get, and but yeah, that's pretty heavy too. That's great.
Yeah, I'm surprised Jeff Beck hasn't done that. It sounds it sounded a little Jeff Becky. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was great, man. I gave the album 5 stars.
Wow.
And I love when you do things like this, you know?
Well, thank you. Yeah.
Just keep at it, man. We love your rock stuff. I do, you know, but, you know, I love it when you go, you know, off and do other things like this. This is great. Because you're so talented, you know, might as well use your talent.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. The some of the cover tunes you've done in the past, too, I mean, Green-Eyed Lady. Nobody has done Green-Eyed Lady like you.
Yeah, we do that song live, and I enjoy it immensely. Yeah, it's weird. It's fun to play live, and it comes across great. So I'm pleased with that one.
I was listening to Pandora. They play you a lot on Pandora, by the way.
That's good to know.
Yeah, especially when I put in, you know, I got a Robin Trower channel, and you come up all the time. Mm-hmm. And you did Day of the Eagle. I mean, when that came out, I said, and it wasn't Trower. I said, you got to be kidding me. It was perfect.
Well, I was a pretty big Trower fan, you know, in the mid '70s,
right?
And so I can play like him.
It was dead on.
Yeah.
You did the Skinner "Give Me Back My Bullets," which I was always I was always a big fan of that song as well.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, and of course you got to play Little Hendrix, so you did Red House. That was on YouTube at the Bing Lounge.
Right, I forgot. Yeah, I used to do that with my slide, and I love that.
Yeah.
I haven't played slide in a while now, but I'd sure like to try to get back into that.
Yeah, people need to see that on YouTube because the slide on that was incredible. You know, you're a good slide player as well. Who are some of the musicians you got excited about when growing up?
Well, you know, I was very lucky. There was all the great guitar heroes came out when I was 14, 15, 16, you know, like Hendrix and Eric Clapton, Jeff Beck, Carlos Santana, Johnny Winter, B.B. King, Leslie West. There were just so many guys, and you could tell they just had to play 2 notes, and you knew exactly who you were listening to, you know.
Yeah.
So, that was very inspirational for me.
You being originally from Canada, did you know Frank Marino?
Yeah, but I didn't know him from up there. We actually met originally in Florida and Texas in 1977. We did some shows together. So, I met him then. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Great guitar player.
I know Frank. I talk to him from time to time, and something's up with him.
I don't know. He's always been a little, you know, left to center or off center.
Health-wise, I think, though. And
I wouldn't know about
he won't talk about it, so. Yeah, he's a good guy, though. Nice guy. I talked to him for hours. He loves to talk about religion.
Oh, he does, huh? Okay.
Yeah. Well, some of the shows you got coming up, you just had gigs. March 12th and 13th, you were in Ohio, right?
Yeah, up in the winter.
Oh, my God.
We were in the winter zone. It snowed and it's freezing cold. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's cool because you mesh well with Carmine's band, Cactus.
Yeah, well, Carmine's one of my bestest, oldest friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Carmine's cool. He's been on here many a times, and his brother as well. Yeah. You've got, go ahead. What were you saying?
Oh, nothing. I just said Vinny.
Vinny, yeah. They're both great guys. March 26th, you'll be at the Uptown Art Expo Fest at Altamont Springs.
Yeah, just not far from where I live, so I'm looking forward to that one. Yeah.
And April 22nd, you're going to be in Tampa, very close to me, at the Seafood Music Fest.
Show too.
Yeah, and both shows are just Pat Travers.
Yeah.
Pat Travers band. Yeah.
Yeah, we're hoping to just load up our schedule as much as we can.
Right. Does it get harder for you as we get older?
Well, traveling's a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Flying particularly
Right.
is just like no fun at all. So, but you get it done and do your show and come home. And there you go.
Yeah, a lot of the guys, I'm saying our age, but that are have done stadium tours and traveled the world. They've really cut down. Where they're not traveling overseas anymore and things like that.
No, I can't see me going back over to Europe for a while. I just it's not going to work.
Yeah, especially now. You just don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I just had Neil Morse on the show, and Neil's got the Neil Morse band and Transatlantic, man, and he's touring with both bands in the United States and overseas, and he's our age, so
that's hard work.
It is hard work. It's hard on the wife too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's true. Yeah, I'm just not prepared to leave my home
Right.
for that amount of time now. Don't want to do it.
Plus, we get pretty laid back here in Florida, don't we?
Wow. No, I'm a hard worker,
Yeah.
but I just, there's the thought of that whole trip, and, I've just done it too many times. So,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you toured with the best, man. I've
been lucky.
Yeah, exactly. I got your final two questions here. I know you need to cut it short. One, I'm going to put you on the spot. Any good road stories? Speaking of touring.
Yeah, you put me on the spot. Okay, one off the top of my head.
Okay.
Going back to 78.
Right.
Early winter, and we were opening for Rush. It was our very first U.S. tour.
Okay.
And we were in, I think we were in Wisconsin, and we had a show in Michigan, and, we left in the morning or whatever, thinking we had plenty of time, and then we all realized that there was a time change in Michigan, and we were an hour late, right? And with Rush, you had to go on time. There was no fucking around,
Yeah.
So we're all getting. Fortunately, our crew had got there and got the gear set up, so it was just the band, and we're all changing on the coach, and we just run right off the bus and onto the stage, and there's all the guys in Rush, and they're going, yay! And the crew guys are all going, shit, because they bet against us at Rush. Rush bet that we'd make it. So
That's funny.
that was funny.
Yeah, that's got to be tough coming off the plane and just playing,
Yeah.
Yeah. John Anderson from Yes had a similar story, but he was on a plane and he told the plane to turn around because it was going the wrong destination.
Oh boy, yeah, I've had that happen too.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I could imagine.
Oh well.
Yeah. Pat, here's a question I ask everybody. I get some very interesting answers. Okay. If you had a Field of Dreams wish like the movie to perform with or collaborate with anyone from the past or present, who would that be?
Well, I was lucky enough to get to work with Jack Bruce for a couple of days.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
In 1990 or so, and
Right.
I always just loved that, and I would have loved to have, done more work with him. It was great. So, yeah, he'd definitely be a collaborator for sure.
Yeah, because you're a fan of the Power Trio, and he would fit right in with you guys.
Yeah, but I just like Jack. He's just so musical and interesting and brave,
Yeah.
Very brave guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's funny, too. I had him on the show.
Oh, yeah, very funny
He's
guy.
a funny guy. Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
Pat, I want to thank you, man, for being on the show, and I want to say, first of all, special thanks to Bruce Pilato of Pilato Entertainment, Marketing and Media, for arranging this interview with Pat Travers.
Okay.
The singles, Push Yourself and Full Spectrum, they're out there. And they're also available. Are they available now on vinyl?
Yeah, oh yeah. You can order that on Amazon or any number of places, Cleopatra.
Right.
And then, of course, it's available for streaming, too, on just about every streaming site. So.
Yeah, and I would invite everybody to go on your website, www.pattravers.com, and you're on Facebook, you're on Twitter, you're everywhere. And thank you so much, man. We'll see you. I'm going to try to get over there to Tampa to see you.
You should. It's going to be a good show.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Thank you so much. Good luck with the music and the tour, and thanks for talking to us.
My pleasure, Ray. Take care.
All right, you too, man. Bye-bye.